Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Today is going to be a day of free service. We're going to be receiving healing, guidance from our guides, and at the same time, a little bit of light language, maybe. And I wanted to talk about something that it's happening right now that I am seeing in sessions for myself too and for my friends. The energy, we normally said that the energy, it is intense and it feels that way. Astrologically, it feels like for the next 6 months, starting the last equinox, we're going to be in a very accelerated path, and then timelines are going to bifurcate and collapse some, and then create new roads on the winter solstice on December 21, I believe. We just had the October 10/10 last Sunday, and it feels intense. We're also in Mercury retrograde. It feels intense in so many levels. Like for me, it is like a lot of new things that I am creating that I haven't shared with you guys. New proposals, people that would like to work with me, and for me it is just like, okay, where I am and where I would like to go. This is what happiness for me. It comes like a huge change. Even though I'm very happy where I am, I'm comfortable. I can say it honestly. It's just like, oh, I don't want to change. Because it's just like comfortable where I am. But it feels like for Encoded Frequency, the page, and me as whoever creating color frequency, new things are going to come for all of us to expand a little bit more, and it's exciting. It's a little bit scary. I'm going to be sharing with you guys, and any things you would like to see, any advice, please add them in. I'll go with the flow. I'm good critique and feedback because I'm a Virgo. Meanwhile, I am being, because I am doing a lot, because the page, it is in a path very fast growing and a lot of things is happening. I'm being very committed with myself to rest. I went to have a massage in the morning and go with a friend that we share. We exchange services. I go and walk when I can. It's very important for us to take care about us, your space, whatever you feel. Listen to you. What do I feel besides Mercury retrograde in the planets and we becoming galactic citizens? Because indeed we are. This and heightened in the energy, it is because it feels more heightened the energy, and when the energy it is high, what happens it is going to force and push things in the shadow to come up to the surface in order for us to make more room for the shadow. So in this close of the year, what's coming, it is a lot of shadow work. We are in October. Halloween is coming, whether you guys celebrate or not, it doesn't matter. In Mexico, it is the Day of the Dead. It is when the Mayans, the Aztecs, the Toltecs, our tribe used to honor their dead loved ones. Normally what you do is you place an altar in your home, you cook their food, you put flowers, their picture, whatever things that person that you miss used to like when they were in the physical, and then you go to the cemetery and it's like a celebration. In some cities in Mexico, like in the center and the south, it is a beautiful, thank you so much for that. It is a beautiful celebration because you honor your grief, you honor your sorrow, your pain, your sadness, your loneliness, because probably there are some persons that we miss that is hard to get over, like when you lose a child or your partner or your fathers or a brother, someone that it was very close to you. Sometimes it's just like it feels like the pain is going to be always there. It's just probably not that active. So normally what you do right here, this is a celebration that is going to be November 2. You connect with your loved ones during rituals. In some places in the south of Mexico, you paint your face like with the Katrina, you look like oh my god, I don't know how to say it in English. Like your skeleton. And then boys and girls, you are all dressed like La Llorona, like ghost, like right here, you don't use to dress like when, like in US, right? That is more like festivity. Like you can be dressed as ketchup or mustard, things like that. Right here, no, you dress up like scary things, ghosty things, like lions that sometimes we don't like to tune into the death or the shadow or the ether. Those things exist. I was doing a channeling yesterday from an elemental that I did a beautiful drawing, and then what the guide was showing to me, and I'm going to go with your questions in a bit. When Gaia decided to move from a planet with zero life into a planet that will hold life, Gaia connected with the angels and the celestial realms, and then she said, I think I'm ready to have life. So councils were created, and those councils look kind of like in shells, like in spheres or rings, kind of like when you water drops and then the river or the water makes like a ripple effect. This is kind of what I was seeing. So those shadow things, they exist. I do personally believe the shadow is not our enemy, and I didn't know I was going to talk about it, but I guess it's the highest good for all. The shadow, it is the opportunity for us to grow and evolve and to know something that we haven't discovered that we could do, like probably be at peace in the middle of the storm, probably being very resilient and assist someone in need, probably be very fierce and protect whatever you need to protect. Those things like anger, being upset, being calm, they all work in a positive way when they come in harmony. And this is what's coming for this end of the month of October with the Halloween celebration. It's always a time for us to take time to nurture, to heal, to listen to yourself. Okay, Gretel, what do you feel? Are you happy where you are? What do you feel you're missing? If you feel anxiety, why do you feel anxiety? Why do you cannot sleep maybe? Or why do you feel pain? What is going on that you could do for your life, whatever you are, so your life feels better and every day better and every day better. Does that make sense? This is the whole point about awakening, guys. It's not about channeling fifth dimension Pleiadians. It's just like a complementary thing, but the whole thing it is to be here, to be happy, to be present, celebrating life as it is. And that it is sometimes the hardest part because it represents challenge and doing something new. And this is what the shadow represents. For me, shadows are sometimes soulless. They are just like programs that at the energy level they appear to be alive, but they are not alive because they have, let's say an entity could be grief, and probably it is a grief that I created when my dog died like 6 months ago. So I grieve for a week, I cry, and probably at that moment I create an entity that is Gretel in grief. And probably that Gretel in grief is going to be the same one who cried when my grandma died or when my dad died. Does that make sense? So entity, it is an aspect of me that could not embrace the present moment and that says, you know what, that's it. I cannot do this anymore. I'm gonna split. Like for example, when you go to a place and it's very heavy and you said, you know what, that's it, I'm leaving. This is too much for me. I cannot talk about this anymore, or I cannot address it. It is because we need time to heal that because we are not there yet. Does that make sense? But it's nothing bad to feel sad or stressed or tired. It just means that there's something we haven't done yet and we could have done so we can feel better. Yes? At the higher level, what I understand it is shadows and beings of light work together. Like, for example, let's say that when I had two jobs, the page, and please stop your questions. I'm going to go into that. Let me see if I already have questions. And very quickly, I'm going to put myself vulnerable like I always do. I had two jobs for 2 years, and it was exhausting because I had no vacation day, right? So when that happened, I never wanted to have a job that it was not stable. I wanted to have insurance, and my dream was to have a place that I will know, okay, this is how much I earn monthly, and then I'll go from there. When I started doing the page, guys, I started doing it because I wanted to understand myself. I didn't know what the codes meant, what the guys wanted, all things like that. I couldn't figure it out. And then it was a way for me to anchor the light in the physical. And then I was showing my friends, hey, this is happening to me. I saw this guy last night. Where do you think it's coming from? I think it's blue avian. I think it's an elemental. And then we're all figured out. And then my guy said, hey, can you draw? I dreamed yesterday with a mantis bean. Can you draw it for me? And I was like, yes. So, and then I started like that, and then the friends of my friends wanted drawings, and then the paints were too expensive, so I was asking for donation. And then at some point, I dreamed that Archangel Raphael says, hey Gretel, the angels will want you to do angel drawings, and you can ask for donations. Some people will pay, some people won't pay, but don't worry about it, you will have all you need. And then I was like, okay, I will do that tomorrow. And then next day I remember that I posted on Facebook that whoever wanted to, I was going to do drawings for donations. And it was how I started. But I had my job in an office, so I was doing the drawings on the weekend. And then I was like that for 2 years, and then other people wanted to. After that, I waited a year in order for me to open Encoded Frequency. I didn't want to put myself out there. My drawings were my baby. I didn't want people to know. Does that make sense? And then when COVID came in my job, they gave us time off, paid time off. When I had that month paid time off, I noticed I did not need the office job because the people started ordering drawings and sessions, and I had time to doing it, and then it was enough to pay my bills. So it was how I started. But the shadow aspect, it was for me, I was safe in my office job with insurance and everything. And the shadow aspect, it was the aspect of me that felt unsafe to be doing this job, putting myself out there, vulnerable to be critiqued, to be a contactee, to do light language and all those things. I was just like, oh, I was resistant. But after I was able to let go my fears and said, okay, let's just go for it, I realized that I really love it. I love it. I love to have that connection with you guys. In the sessions, I see myself. And then I said, oh my God, I have been there. And one point of my life, I have been there with all of you guys, having questions, being confused, being tired, all of those things. And this is the ultimate goal of being here. All of you guys with you. Yes? So those shadow aspects that you guys may feel right now, in 5 minutes I'm going to start doing your questions, so please type them. and then we'll go with the flow. I'm going to bring your guides. I'm going to channel, it could be healing or questions, and then we'll go from there. Those shadow aspects, those insecurities, fears, pains, traumas that we have, it's just like the paper that wrap the present gives for us. Encoded within those shadow aspects are the most precious jewels that you haven't discovered, that you have encoded, codified within you, like me. I never thought, guys, I could be an artist. I always have drawn the whole my life. I never study, and I never imagined I could do this for a living. And I love it. It's a perfect job for me, perfect in all ways. But I had to trust that the universe could offer it for me and I could show up. So today, I know a lot of people is struggling. If you are struggling, know that the universe is supporting you one way or another. Even though you feel challenged, like there is no way, there is no solution, that it is solution. Sometimes we just need to let go our own ways and then trust that the universe will show us the door. Yes, you guys know that. I think 7 years ago I ended homeless. I had cancer, had my 2 kids, no penny. And do you guys think I thought it was a solution for me? Of course, no. I was in depression. I just wanted to die. But it was because here I am, right? So let your guides, invoke your guides now. Let your guides, your soul, your angels, whoever you believe, to come down and give you the answers, the healing that is going to make you feel strong in this moment so you can go further. And then whatever happens in January 2013, whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's go day by day, and then it's all that matters. Okay. I think someone needed to hear that. Probably I needed to hear that. So I'm gonna thank all of you for being here. Really, you guys don't know how much honor I feel. And I'm going to do a little bit of prayer, and then let's go with your questions, and then we'll go with the flow. I would like to invoke that whoever is meant to receive something today, that it could be guidance, healing, that I can be the conduit, the instrument for the highest and best good for all. And so this is. And all my videos are healing, and all my sessions are healing. So let's see. Please type your questions again. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for your stars. Do you guys would like, so I keep doing the healing circle? That is a question. If you guys would like to type, if that could be 1 time a day, twice a day, probably once a week, and then I would like to do that for all of us. Just a day where I was thinking that probably instead of doing daily with the videos, I could do a live meditation like every Saturday, probably, with just meditation, and then another day for free service. So please type your suggestions, and then I will go with the flow, what is going to be the best for all of us together. And the first question that I have right now is Susan. I don't think I can pronounce your last name, but it starts with C. Thank you for being here, Susan. Healing, yes, it's done already. You have your guides. I don't know if you can close your eyes a little bit and visualize purple. That is something that needed to be transmuted in your chakra system, Susan. But your guides are already working on it. And it is done. While you are here, you are going to be receiving Reiki. Joanne. Thank you for being here, John. For message for Sharina. Yes. Yes. If you are still here, John, place your hands on your belly and just breathe. Hold it and then exhale. And visualize that you have a container. I think you need healing more than a message from your Lyran guide. Like a crystal container, like a crystal bowl. And then from your heart, droplets of love go down and down and down into your own container in your sacral. And everyone else who would like to do it, that has womb problems, sometimes it could be hormonal things, something in your sacral, just visualize it with me for a minute. I'm going to do just 1 minute of light language just for that sacral of yours to balance, and whoever else I would like to receive it. This is from your Lyran guide. Nishakera kira turukuro kore sarekesh kinya main kinya kure kure tarakinya kinya koro kashka tikira koro kiana. Inya kitikira koro mara sarake ashkan ruwi kitike siri kira kashka. Ninne nana tarakuran inni eseke ashka. Breathe. And just imagine this elixir of light that it's filling your container in your sacral, and then it will expand throughout all of your body and whoever else that would like to receive it. And that sounds feline to me. I think it's done, John. I hope you enjoy it. Wendy, thank you for being here. Wendy, I appreciate your support. You have been with me for a long time. My hand these days have given a mandate to get the vaccine, no job. Look, Wendy, I know things are being intense, especially in government regulations, things like that, in some places. And in other places, it's like nothing is happening. Me, that I talk to many people around the world. I even have one client who works in the nations organizations, like in New York. I don't remember how it is called in English, but in Spanish it's called United Nations, I think. So it is funny that in some places things are very restricted according to the view of the government, and in other places it is just like living la vida loca. So I think we are learning several things right here. Look, first of all, we are learning to stand in our own truth, whatever we believe, whether you believe it is vaccinate yourself, because a lot of people choose to get vaccinated because they work in the medical field, or they're with a lot of people, or they have elderly people living with them, or something that it is because they think it's good for them, and that has to be respected, or whether some persons think it's not for the highest good. I do think that the first lesson, it is being sovereign. What we choose, and what we choose, being coherent with what we believe, and at the same time in balance with whatever happens around us, our family, our place, our city. I think the second lesson here, it is that we are learning to be responsible for our own wellness. How much healthy I'm eating. Sometimes I ask people in the sessions that you guys say you don't drink water. Some people don't drink water, plain water, because they are not used to. So we all have things that we could do better in order for our bodies to be more healthy. And I think sometimes we relate that responsibility in third parties. So be conscious about what I am doing, how much goodness I'm feeding my body often. It's not only about food, it's about stress, it's about exercise, it's about having peace, it's about sleeping correctly, etc., etc. And I think that third, it is collectively we're learning to be immune to all of those things physically, because we have been viruses every 100 years in history, like all the time, like this Spain fever, the black fever, many things that probably right now is just like nothing. But 200 years ago, 100 years ago, or 500 years ago, it was like a big deal. And I think the fourth point, it is that our mindset is so powerful. For example, in World War II, it was a moment that there was no medicines in Europe. I read that at some point in some book because of the war, and doctors decided to give placebo medicine to the patients, and they discovered that the patients got well because of the sugar pills. So if you have to be vaccinated for some reason, because war related or job, and you don't think it is for the highest good, but you have to for some reasons, and your mindset says that is a bad thing, maybe that vaccine is going to a bad thing. But if your mindset, your placebo effect says it is the greatest good because my soul is learning something and humanity is learning something, and I'm just going to embrace it, it's going to be a different story. So whatever you decide to do, decided being coherent with your beliefs, and embrace it and prepare your mindset for it. I think that this is what I choose to believe. I don't think a vaccine is going to be the solution. I think the solution is being responsible for my own body, my own inner peace, my own health, and I'm doing changes, and sometimes it's hard to make changes in with my family. But if I have to get vaccinated for some reason, I will embrace it, and then I will know that my higher self and choose us for me, and probably is going to be the highest best for humanity. And then I will do it with peace in my heart, knowing that I'm gonna be okay no matter the results. I hope that helps. So whatever, if you are in favor or against it, set your mindset so whatever outcome happens, it is for the highest good of all. Because I think at the end, whatever people get vaccinated or not, we're going to get immune. At some point, our bodies need to learn to be immune to all of those viruses. But at the same time, I think we should take responsibility. And this is what I am doing. But whatever we do is according to whatever we decide to do in our soul, mission. Whoever it's creating the laws that is mandate to be vaccinated have an agreement with the ones that are against it, so that duality paradigm creates the evolution for humanity into new earth. Does that make sense? So at the bigger picture, it's good and it fits. That's why we all manifest it. But sometimes we just have to step out from our own fears, like I did with my job, and then trust that the universe has our support in our back and say, you know what? You got this. I'm just going to trust and have faith and know that it's all well. And that is the hardest thing. But when we have faith, at least 5%, sometimes that it is the lesson that makes that we don't ever have to go through those situations again. Does that make sense? Faith comes when we are hopeless. Peace comes when we are in fight. We have to bring those things. And this is what you and I are light workers, because we have the capability. We are always ready for this and more. We have been here for centuries and many other lives and other planets. We got this, guys. We got this. So just If the fear feels like right here, just say, okay, hold on, fear. I have been here before. I'm an immortal. I am infinite, and you're not going to control me, so no big deal. And then change direction. Probably this is the lessons that many of us are going through, not only regarding vaccines, regarding economy and relationships and our bodies and many other things. I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much. Appreciate. Jan, God bless you. Appreciate the support, the stars. Let me see. Gabriel, appreciate the support. Let me see. Bridget. Bridget is asking that when her new house will be finished to move into. It feels like you should do a clearing energetically in that new house, but also in the house that you already have. And then ask that whenever it is ready, it is because it's going to be the highest good of all. So set the intention that sometimes things don't happen when we want to happen, when they are meant to be. And it's how things are. I wish it could be whenever we want to, but in New Earth is going to be instant manifestation. But we're going there, guys. Okay, Cyprian ask. Okay, thank you. Aw, thank you so much. Oh my god, you guys are so lovely. What I can do, first of all, Wendy, if you have to be vaccinated and you don't want to, what I am doing it is I'm working with my body. A detox, it's always a good thing to do, always. If you're struggling with your body, if you have pain, if you feel tired, as simple as that. Tiredness, yes, ascension systems, but truly we're not breathing enough. Truly, when we don't breathe fully, the body makes a lot of effort, like triple shadow probably, and then the body is so exhausted that say, hey miss, please rest, because you are not breathing correctly, you are not drinking enough water, and I'm so tired. And then we're gonna feel like, oh my god, I'm gonna drink another espresso or whatever so I can just keep doing whatever instead of taking a nap. Does that make sense? So prepare your body, ask your body, okay, you can muscle test, you can do pendulum, what do we need to do? But detox is imperative, enough water and high frequency food, whatever that represents for you, but at the same time, peace and rest. Because if you do yoga, eat healthy and everything, but you're worried all the time, your immune system is going to be weak. Immune system only think three things to be healthy: no stress, so peace and relaxation, and good food and good rest. It's all. If you miss one of those, it's going to be working probably not correctly. Joanna, Charles, any message? I hope that helps. Message for Jordan. And Jordan looks like in a blue light with me, and I'm seeing like a sign that says like life is beautiful and it's a gift. I hope that helps. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me refresh here to see if I have new questions. And I think I have, let me see the time, 30 more minutes, whoever I can do in that time. And then let me see with the news. Thank you so much for being here. Saturday meditation? Yeah, sounds good. Thank you. I was thinking on that. Gabriel, anything that can for me, whatever that works best, appreciate it. Yes. Self-love, says one of your guides. you have like jewels inside of your body, like crystals that are going to be activated soon. I think you are already in the process, but I think new qualities or new gifts are going to be activated, Gabriel, soon, like probably in the next few months. I'm seeing like three, and they are like in different places of your body, so be aware, catch up with you, notice where you are, and the best way to activate any gifts, it is self-love. I hope that makes sense. Saturday? Okay, Saturday will be then. Let me see. Thank you so much for being here. If I miss your questions, please type them again. It's a sign. Thank you so much. I'm very accurate. Sometimes people message with me and says, "Oh, I got a job." They said I had a twin flame reading, and then I told the person it was not a twin flame reading, it was a healing. And at the end, I remember that I told her like, "Hey, you're gonna meet your soulmate and whatever." And I was thinking like next year, and then 15 days after, she messaged me and said, "I already found him." And I was like, "Oh, I should do that for myself." Like, oh. So thank you. I'm glad that resonated with you. Let me see. Let me refresh. Thank you so much. Starry Healing Circle sounds amazing. Okay, Saturday will be probably like a goal meditation. Like we could set intention like for Gaia, for the collective, for sick people, things like that. Post any ideas that you have, and then we could go with the flow. Yes, that's true. Thank you. Okay, let me see. Ah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You guys are so uplifting. Thank you. Appreciate it. Delia Guerrero, any guidance? And then I'm gonna go with Daria. Okay, I think, Delia, you are healing a lot. Whatever you are healing right now is very old, like from your lineage. Your aura looks like dark purple. It is related with ancestors. So whatever challenges you are going through, it's not something that you cause it or you initiate it. It's something that it was included in your body whenever you was seated in the womb of your mom. So you carry those things, but it is because you are the one in charge, because I think you volunteered to heal those things. You could do a meditation with a violet flame or Saint Germain or Sapkiel. That is going to help. And ground. I don't think you are grounding enough. It's like your guy said, "Hey, she's not grounding." Like, she isn't. No, she isn't. So ground more. The more you ground, if you could be in outdoors or be connected with trees, things like that, is going to help you to release anything. Even if any one of us are sad or anything, you can get a tree and then just send all the whatever happiness you have. And trees are like angels. They are connected, all connected. They give us life. We have the oxygen because of trees. They give us, I mean, it's amazing. I think you should be blessing them every time we see them. Like, "Thank you, sir, thank you, sir, thank you, sir." So I think you should be more connected to Earth itself. That is going to relieve a lot of the things that it's happening around. Sorry if I touch a microphone. I'm just new to this. There, yeah. Yes. You have two guides right now with you, and they both have like hearts, like sending hearts. So I think you guys would like to say to you that they love you, that they are always with you, that you are never alone, that don't forget to ask them for help, even though sometimes you are not aware that they are listening to you and that they are answering to you, they are. And that was beautiful. Susan, I think I already give your message, Susan. Nora Montano, any guidance? Yes. Okay, you have right now, Nora, whatever you are doing, it's in the right direction. It's in the right path and it's working out for you. But at the same time, whatever that you are doing, it works for all of us. This is what you guys are saying. You have right now like 8 guys, like with soul family and ancestors and things like that. They say like thank you. There is another god that is like elemental that smiles at you. Feels like it's kind of small, kind of like a gnome or a fairy or something. Feels like it's grabbing you in your leg right now. And then you have 3 main guides. You have one ancestor that is connected with the sun in Egypt, and yes, like Greece and Romans and Atlanteans. And then you have fairies, elementals, beings of Gaia, like angels of Gaia around. I don't know whatever you are doing, but they are like cheering you that after some time you will know that whatever things you are doing is just all in divine plan and is going to give good results for you. I hope that helps. Nora, thank you so much. Appreciate the support. You have been with me for a long time. Becky Stryker, yes. Any guidance, of course. Okay, let me ask your guys. Okay, right now you have 3 guys with you. The 3 guys are saying love, love, love. I think because love is the most powerful healing modality we can use. But at the same time, at the ultimate, we are love. It's our nature, our essence. Underneath the whole things we believe we are lacking. So whatever you do, whatever you choose, tune more into the love. Choose to vibrate in love, meditate with love. I think at the same time, your heart is going to be activated like in another layer, and it's going to be to your heart. When you connect with your higher heart, we become more compassionate, more peaceful, more loving, more nurturing. It's like all is well because it is highly connected with the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is not much about do, it's more about being. And I think at the ultimate, that is the message that you guys would like to say to you, Becky. I hope that helps. Valentina Bisleva, I hope I pronounce your last name correctly. Message, I will have life partner or husband. Yes, yes, Valentina, that it is the purpose of this life. You look like a magenta ray to me. Magenta's ray, or maybe we all have a priestess life, or a high priest or high priestess, but magenta rays are high priestesses in the feminine side by essence. They have strong connections with Mary Magdalene, with Mother Mary, with Venusian, with Isis, with Kuan Yin. Normally, they, in all their incarnations, they all do a type of feminine healing on it, or either they are the healers. And normally they have the tendency, when I do the Akashic records, they go through high priest in Atlantis, high priest in Lemuria, high priest in Venus, high priest in Pleiades, high priest in like every place they have been. It's kind of like their essence. So I think what you are healing right now, Valentina, it is your divine feminine, but at the same time, that is the service for the divine feminine in all of us, because remember, we are all one. I'm going to go with you in a minute, Susan. So work with the lower chakras, because that magenta ray, it is the love that it was distorted in many different dimensions. You can channel her anytime you want to. Meditate, set the intention, but the more you practice, the more that it will be. I did a course for channeling that it was a gift for a client. It was a universe. Practically the whole course, it was that we should meditate 5 minutes or 15 minutes every day for 30 days. And after that, I went deeper into what I was already doing. We all channel through our intuition, through our thoughts. So we just have to polish that channel by practice. Yes, like that language. Someone says to me, why do you charge for a course? You cannot teach. It's our birthright. Yes, it is a birthright, but in the course, I'll just share my practices. Everything we want to, we have it. We can channel, we can do light language, we can do Akashic records, we can do everything you see, you can do it too, and I can do it too. But sometimes, like learning how to ride a bike or a vehicle or an airplane, we just have practiced a little bit, so we found out for us what that represents. So practice tuning into that. With all the divine feminine goddesses, you are connected. I think your soul initially came as a Venusian. Yes? And then you were all over the place, embracing that divine feminine. You have been male and androgynous, but always the predominant energy of you, it tend to be feminine. Like when you have been male, you have been a male that has been very sensitive or very artistic. I hope that makes sense. Or very loving. So embrace that. And I feel this is what holds you in this step, so you can move into the next step when you can find that soulmate. Because the first soulmate we want to find, it is ourselves. And then when we find ourselves and we feel happy, completed, we can manifest a partner that it is completed as well. We can find a partner without feeling completed. That is when we have a lot of karmic relationships. Yes, for me it's practice, because I have to find my own ways. And this is about sovereignty again, because we are Christ, we are Buddha, we are God itself. The only difference between you and I and many others, it is what we practice, what are our habits, what we believe, what is our mindset. From the same, if you and I make a DNA test, we will have probably 98.5% of similarity with every human. So we just have 1% or 2% different between a white and a black person, between an Asian and a Latino person, probably between a sick person and a healthy person. So that 1% different makes a lot of a huge difference. It appears us to be, but in reality we are all the same. And then we are all the same with trees and plants and every living thing in Gaia, because we are all one. It's all connected. But what we practice, what we share, it is what we tune into to be creative. Like, for example, someone asked me, hey, reptilians are controlling Polynesia where I live, and then I don't know what to do. And then it's not happening in my reality, but in the reality of that person, reptilians aren't the government, because we all create our own unique universe. And that universe is a manifestation of what we practice, what we share, what we do, what we believe. Does that make sense? And whatever I think on reptilians or not is part of the whole, the divine plan that make all of us to work for the highest good of all. I hope that makes sense. At least is what I think, but I still learning. Yes, yes, that is true. Hetan says, for our young sisters and brothers and children of the future. So probably sometimes being sick or healing something is just to teach the new generations that they can do it different. So that's why sometimes we repeat cycles. It's not because we are doing it wrong or we are broken. It's not about that. It is because it's our service. And the more we embrace that, the more easier things go. And let me see if I have more questions. New questions? Okay, I don't think I have more questions, so let's do a little bit of light language if you want to. 15 minutes. And we can do it for healing. And then I'm going to create the event for the healing Saturday. So we do just healing ourselves and then we set the intention for all others. Any light language that do you guys would like me to do, or I just go with the flow? Let me see. Okay, I will just go with the flow. Just breathe with me. You guys will be surprised. And these last 15 minutes or 10 minutes, you guys are gonna love it. So just close your eyes. Your hands are going to be activated right now for healing. You can put your hands like up to send healing for something that you would like sell my home, my city, my government, the collective, or you can place it on the place that you have pains that you would like to, or you can do just a prayer position, whatever you would like to do. I'm going to ask your higher selves, your guides, to create a healing circle. And I do have Mother Mary because of Valentina. So I'm going to do a little bit, I think I have a little bit of resistance showing her alive. So I'm going to do like a little bit of relaxation and then she will just lead whenever I allow myself to let go. Greetings, my beloveds. I am here with kindness in my heart for the brave journey that each of you have decided to take upon at this time. I am not one entity. I do represent the Mother of God. In this aspect of me, I come as the representation of the love of God that comes in form of a mother. I would like to ask permission to give you a hug and to sit with you in whatever place you are. Your guides will sit with me. Ni ne te iki ikira koro maki ishka. Tiki isekore niki ishta. Iki a koro mare tere kiere sera koro ikeshka. Please travel with me in a small island in the western coast of Jerusalem. And this is an island that it represents a beautiful rocky place where the weather it is so warm. As I describe it to you, you are going to get cozy, comfy in bed, and allow yourself to drift off from your worries and pains. Make sure you have your favorite mood. Imagine that you can snuggle up in our arms, the arms of love. You are riding in the ferry of the light, from the main light, from where you are. You have decided to take a seat with us on the bow of the boat, that you can watch this island, that you are traveling slowly. Slowly, slowly, the ferry wheel grows closer and closer. Feel the love and let that every sound take you deeper and deeper and deeper into this journey of healing. Allow yourself to snuggle up into the arms of love. Lean on me. When you were a child and you scratch your knee because you fall, and then you run with your mom or whoever loved one you had for support, for love. So now imagine with us that you can look down at the water, hear the sounds of the ocean lapping at the side of the ferry boat. The wind is slightly salty, refreshing, catching up with your clothes, making them dance in your body. You may hear sounds. The hum of the engines is loud, like the loud sound of the stress and pain and fear. And yet, you can calm. You can do that. You can snuggle into your own love. You are people that can watch the scene as I describe it. The very engines slow down. The loud noises will help you to go deeper and deeper in finding your own peace. You can select on the noises, just like in a crowded place. You can cocoon yourself and find peace. The whole process of finding peace will make you, with practice, that everything will go smoothly. There is no rushing, and there is no waiting in line. Just imagine for a moment, you can hear the seabirds. You can watching them in your mind, flying over as you enter a beautiful village. These buildings have small balconies with big enough to hold for few plants and shutters of windows. Allow yourself to go up, up, up in the building, raising your frequency. And as you choose your own balcony, have a second to see the big picture, to notice the ocean, the seabirds, the village, the buildings, to see where you are, who is with you. I am with you. And with that, I want you to sit here in the balcony, imagining that you can see this beautiful Iceland, like a magical place that came out of a movie. And as you do, everything will move. We will stream light language. That light language will be unique received for each of you. For some of you will represent healing pain, for others will be peace, for others will be guidance, for others will be love, for others will be abundance, prosperity. Whatever you would like to receive, you will have it now. Ki ete iki ese koremare iki eshka. Ni iki iti iko osokoro uku eshka ti iki ena. Nina nena te ki ese kore ki eshka toko somai kiki ya kore iki eshka. Tune into yourself. Notice the feeling, the sensations in your body. Now I'll ask you to snuggle up in our own arms. Ni eshka ti ise kore ike eshta. Ni ne 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 na mare atare esere ro koromai ki eshka te ki ikiena. Nina Nina te eki ese koike ashte koma ese ke kia ta koromai ki eshta. Mia vate isi koma ki eshta koromade tere ki ese kiena. Namai kite kia soro vatare esere kore eshkate ese koi kiena. You maybe see if you can and imagine roses blooming in all sort of colors. The scenery in the distance, rolling hills dated with houses in all colors. You're making your way back into the marina, and the streets become full of magical things that you can observe. You're coming back into your own space. You only cross few more waves in the ocean, taking your time in the stillness of sight and see the sky moving towards your place, and take a second to notice warm glow that emits from your body. Warm glow that it always has been inside of you. You just needed to tune into. Nike eki ashkate koromare eke seki ashkate eki ikiena. And now, gaze into your own glow. Allow yourself to make your own way into the light as you cover yourself into this beautiful golden light. You can imagine how that would be, and it's going to feel very comfortable. Ni eteke eshkete koromare sereki eshkete ikiena. You gaze out into your room, wherever you are. You can see the glimmering golden light, like a diamond shimmer in the light. This is how you look right now. Allow your eyes gently to look inward and perceive the same shimmering glow all inside of you. Forward to the day ahead. Have a wonderful day. This transmission is complete. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Oh, that's good. It's lovely. Sometimes I get nervous. But it was good. I'm glad I felt pushed to do it. And I hope you guys like it. It was good. Thank you all for being here. I hope you guys receive whatever you needed. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And see you guys Saturday. It could be at the same time. I'm going to create the event and send some invitations. And thank you. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much for the stars. There will receive it. Love, light, and blessings. Bye-bye.